Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crafting Made Easy. This will be a quick video showing you how to tie the knots on your Apple or Samsung watch band or on the connector. I did a video showing how to make the watch band, and one of the comments was that they couldn't see me tie the band. So I'm going to just show you really quickly. I'm just going to do one strand on the connector for this video to just show you how to tie the knots. So stand by. So the first thing you're going to need is some Magic Stretch elastic string. So you're going to use that. And I like to double mine. So you'll just cut enough. This is probably too long, but you'll just cut enough to put your beads on there. And then you'll just kind of loop it like this. So you'll just put one side in, so you're basically just kind of putting it through the loop. Let's see, just like that. So then you will put your beads on. So you don't even have to tie it at the top. You can if you want to. So you can put a knot on here. It won't hurt anything. So I'm just going to put a knot up there. Let me make sure. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure it's in the camera. All right, so you'll just loop it and tie it. You can do that if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. You can just leave it looped at the top. But if you do want to tie it in a knot, you can tie it once or twice. I'll probably tie it again just so it can be tight. But it doesn't, you don't necessarily have to tie it at the top because your string is not going to go anywhere. Oh my goodness, your string is not going to go anywhere once you put your beads on at the top. All right. I don't know what I just did. Okay, so I'm just going to put another knot on top of the first one. All right, and all you're doing is just looping it. Like, my fingers are in the way, so you can't really see too much, but you're just basically having it look like that, and you're just going to tie it right here. But like I said, this is just starting it, so you don't have to knot it if you don't want to. If you do put a knot on there, you can use something like a spacer or another bead to kind of cover that knot up so it doesn't show. So I'm just going to put, because I like to use a needle, especially if you use a double string. Just use a needle to put your beads on. It makes life much easier. All right. I'm just going to put this spacer on, and once you put your spacer on, your spacer is basically going to hide that knot if you put a knot at the top. So next I'm just going to add my beads, so I'll do that and be right back. All right, so I put my beads all on there, and it is pretty. Wish you could see the sparkle on, especially with the spacers and the iridescent beads. The spacers I got off of Amazon. The pink ones I purchased from, I'm not sure because I ordered from, I know it was one of my online shops that I ordered beads from. These ones I got from Hobby Lobby. The iridescent ones I got from Michaels. So once you have all three of your strands on there, so just pretend it's 3 strands on here. I'm just doing one for this video. and I'll add the 2 on later, but this video is just to show you how to tie the knot. You would take your end strand here, and you would loop it through. Let me do that again. Loop it through. This is how I do it. You can do it a different way if you choose to. This is how I do it. So you just loop it through like this. So you have one on this side and one on the connector. Then you would just take the 2 strands and tie it in a knot. So let me do that again. So you just take the 2 strands and basically just cross them over, loop, pull this one like you're tying a shoe, and you have your knot. And then you will just tie it tightly. So you want to make sure your knot is tied tightly. Okay? And then you would just put another knot on top of that, and you would tie as many knots as you want to on here. So that's how I do it. You can also, so I'm just gonna, so if you want to tie it in a knot like this, you can just tie another knot on there, tie another knot on there, and then you can cut it, and your spacer will hide the knot up top. Or you could thread the strand back through here and tie a knot on one of the strands here. If you don't choose to tie your knot at the top like that, you can also put both strands through here. So, okay, through the top, pull it like this. So you're just pulling it through here. So it's 2 strands at the top. And you can thread your strand back through the beads. And if you want to, you can go all the way up here and then tie a knot up here. Or you can stop somewhere right here where a spacer is and then tie a knot there. So you can do that as well. For this one, I'm just going to do the first part, the first one that I showed you, and that's just going through here. And you're just taking one string. You're not taking both of them. You're just taking one string. Excuse my nails. I got them polished and the polish started peeling off, but I haven't took the second step in taking the polish off myself. But anyway, you would just take it. So one strand is on a connector. One is on a connector. The other is, if I can grab it, floating over here. So then you'll just take it, cross it over. So you'll make it look like an X on top. Take this string here, go under and pull. And you're just going to pull it tight. So you want to make sure everything is nice and tight. And then you would tie another knot. So let me go ahead and do that. And you would just take it again, do the same. Take this strand, put it through the loop, pull it through, pull it tight. And you want to make sure it's on top of the other knot. So I'm not sure if you can see the knots in it, but that's how you kind of want it to look, like those knots there. And you just pull. And then you could put another knot on there if you want to. Knot it as many times as you feel comfortable. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing. Pull it through, pull. And I will put another knot, pull it through, pull. Alright, so that is nice and tight and secured. And it's weird with just one strand on here, but like I said, this is just for this purpose only. And what I like to do to make sure my knots go through are hidden very well is I take both the strands and get my needle. And I just needle it up. And I like these wide. This is my first time using a wide eye needle. I like these ones. They're easier to thread and you don't get, the hole doesn't get bent up. So then I just go back through the spacer and a bead. Actually, I'm gonna go through this one. Okay. So I'm going through 2 spacers and 2 beads, and I'm going to have to use something to pull it through because this is a lot of string going through, especially that iridescent bead. Oh, did I just pop it? Oh no, my strands came off the needle. Shoot. All right, so I'm going to have to grab it. Look, I just bigged up the needle, but the iridescent bead has a very small hole, so it's going to take a lot of pulling. So let me pull this through. Because this is like 4 strands coming through this little iridescent bead, and I'm trying not to pop it, so... Almost there, y'all. All right, so I went ahead and pulled all the string through. So now my knots, as you see at the top, are hidden inside of the spacer. So everything is nicely hidden inside. And if you want to, you can just, at this point, cut this right here because it's already knotted, so it's not going to go anywhere. Or you can just take this here and tie it around the middle part. So you'll just do what you did before, taking this side and the other side, tying it like a bow or a shoestring, and then you... because I don't know how to do any fancy knots, but you just take it there, pull it, and then you can do it again if you want to, if it makes, you know, whatever you feel. And you can just take that again and tie it again. But like I said, it's already knotted at the top. It's already secured at the top, so you don't have to worry about anything popping or, you know, I just pull it through so my knots, or I make sure my knots are hidden inside of the spacer, or if I use a bead at the top, it's hidden inside the bead. So then, I'm just trying to find my scissors. You take your scissors and you just cut, and that's it. And there you go. You have your strands tied, and you want to tie them. You don't want to tie them. Oh, I can't get it out. You want to wait until you have all 3 of your strands on here to make sure they're all even, because for some reason the middle strand, especially if you do any different design, it will sometimes it can be too long, or you know, so just make sure before you tie the other end of your connector on there, all of your strands are even. But like I said, I just did this one strand just to show you how to knot it. I hope this helps, and this was a better visual of me tying the knot. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it down there in the description, in the comment box below, and I will try my best to help you out. All right, everyone, until next time, peace.